Hello, welcome back to our channel. I'm Julie and this is my husband Jason, and we are out on a date. We're actually going to go pick up food and then
go out on a date a lot.
Once a week?
That's a lot.
That's a lot, considering we went probably 10 years without a date at all.
Something, not that bad. But.
Okay, I would say over like 12 years, we probably had like, what, 3 real dates?
I don't know, more than that.
Okay, well that's not what this video is about, so we'll work that out later and then let you know.
No, we won't.
Okay, anyway, we are waiting because we ordered food. We just didn't want to go sit in a restaurant. We wanted to be together with you. So we ordered food. We're waiting to go pick it up. And we thought that this week for our chatting time with you, that we would tell you a little bit about where we're at with building a big house. We haven't talked to you guys about this in a long time because honestly there really hasn't been anything to say. We had kind of put the whole thing on pause for a little bit. Sounds like he needs a pacifier.
We're being held.
What?
Or we could hold them.
Or we could hold them, yeah. Right. What do we have? Not long.
9 minutes.
Yeah, so there hasn't been much to say. It's been a lot of waiting. Just trying to wait on the Lord and His timing. Wait on, I mean, life is
So when she says there's nothing to say, that's not entirely true. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of discussion, a lot of investigation, a lot of praying, yes.
Right, just not a lot of certainty.
And even heated discussions.
No. Never. We're the calmest people you'll ever meet.
Let's not lie, though.
Well, we feel like we are kind of progressing a little bit in a direction. So you probably know, if you're not living under a rock, that right now is a really bad time to build. Building materials are expensive, shortages.
Well, it's getting better. It's getting better, kind of.
Yes, speak to me, my optimistic husband.
So the forestry products are getting better. They're starting to cool off, if you will. And prices are starting to come down for lumber, which is good. There's so much to go into.
I know, there really is. So we're going to pick up our food,
yeah,
and then we're going to talk to you about
options.
Yeah, the ideas that we have.
We don't have a solid one way yet.
No.
We're closer.
But we're going to talk to you about our ideas, and we're going to talk to you about our plan, because I do have a drawing, which I can probably show them,
okay,
of what we want. And then we're going to talk to you a little bit about our ideas of how to get there, because we're really trying to do this without debt. So
yes,
yeah, we'll check back in just a minute. All right, let's carry on. We're fed. Our bellies are fed. We decided to eat without you. Sorry. But while Benjamin's sleeping, let's talk. So, okay, let me fill you in. If you're newer to our channel, because we have a lot of people who have joined us since we were really talking about building a big house. So if you're new to our channel, there are 11 of us in our family, and we currently live in a little tiny house. It's under 600 square feet. There are a lot of mosquitoes out here. Wow, there's like a swarm. We might have to move.
Stagnant water.
Whoa.
50 feet away from us.
Okay, we're out at a park and it's really pretty, except
We're
for
gonna
that.
speak fast.
Yeah, that's good, because we have a tendency to be
We
long-winded.
should go back to the last park we were at.
Well, let's just go up to that table. I didn't notice them at all over there.
No, they were there.
Were they?
Yes.
Okay. Let's stay focused. So, we live in a very small house, and the reason that we live there is I talked about it all on a video already, so I won't go into all that again. However, our plan has always been to move to a big house, to build a big house, and to use the small one that we're living in as a guest house so we can just continue to bless people and minister to people. But it has taken longer than I thought to get the ball rolling on our big house, and we're kind of at the point now where we have the drawings, like I will tell you about in a moment, and we're trying to think of how to put it into action, because the Lord really laid on our hearts, both of us separately, that He is our provider, and we don't have to take out a big debt to do this. We just need to be patient and wait on him. And so the waiting has been, hard. But here we are.
And it really wasn't just like the funds that we were waiting on. There was a couple times when it could have easily started and we could have gotten some progress done. And I think the most difficult thing right now is if we go the conventional route as far as building goes. Stick frame means basically 2x4s wood, and we go through our county and get everything approved and yada yada. So the county, if you will, is I'm going to be a little harsh. It's like they have something to prove. So they had gotten a bad rap in the past, and they're trying to clean up some of the past mistakes, I guess. I don't know how to say that.
Which makes it hard for people like us who are going a little bit more non-traditional. I mean, we really want to do a lot of this ourselves.
Right. And it's not that we want to do anything that's not code. It's just they have so many different, before you do this, you have to do this. Before you do this, you have to do this. There's certain things where they won't even let me do the work, even though I might be qualified to do the work. I mean, physically have the capacity to do the work. They won't let me even do it. So that, that's been frustrating for me, because as I see it, kind of traditional in the sense that, here we bought some land, we own a piece of property in the United States, and so it's just my misconception that we would be able to do what's safe and right for our family, and that's not necessarily the case. So that's about as much complaining as I want to do about that.
It makes it
for now
trickier, for sure.
Yeah.
So our thoughts are, our vision for the house is a big 2-story farmhouse, very
simple, rectangle,
plain, big rectangle box,
rather large for what we would normally build if it was just our family.
Right.
Probably twice as big. Yeah,
because we wanted big to be able to entertain large groups. I mean, that's part of what's on our heart for this, place that we live. So we don't want anything fancy. We have talked about doing like a metal barn type, what do they call it?
Like a barn dominium type thing, or a steel structure. And so I spoke with a sales manager with Schulte Barn or Buildings or whatever, and actually received some kind of disappointing news, is that they're 30 weeks out right now.
30 weeks.
Right, if I was to say, yes, here's my my bank account information.
Which we're not even at that point yet. When we get to that point. So we're talking about a year before they could even
it wouldn't be a year,
waiting.
But it would definitely be a long time. So that is hard.
That was the news we just received over the weekend.
This morning.
That's right, this morning.
So right. So we were looking at a couple different options. So we're sitting underneath a pavilion, and so the idea was to build something like this, but taller, of course.
Right, for step 1.
Yes. So basically, the sides of the house, where it would meet the lowest part of the roof, would be about 18 to 20 feet off the ground. So and then from there, whatever the structure would dictate as far as the peak of the roof, depending on if it would be wood or metal or beams or whatever. So we looked at pole barns. So essentially the idea on a pole barn is that you have poles in the ground, and then you space them out about every 10 feet, I believe is the standard. 6x6 poles treated in the ground, and then you put metal roof and then siding and stuff like that on it. Our idea is that we were going to do wood siding, like a board and batten, similar to what we've done on the cabin and a small portion on our barn. We just like that. It's more of a traditional, I think, a beautiful look, simple enough, and it would save money because we have a friend who has the ability to cut trees up for us, and we have some trees, and we have another friend who's going to give us some more trees, and so It's just just made sense for us.
In every step of this house, we're trying to use things that have been reclaimed. So we'd like to keep the new things down to a minimum.
Not because we're yuppies necessarily, but...
No, because we're frugal.
Right.
And there's so much waste. When
there
it comes
is.
to building materials,
it really
so
is
much
amazing.
Waste.
You know, somebody upgrades this, that, or the other, and then, you know, there I am just stepping in to try to take advantage of that.
I mean, we already have the windows for the house for free that someone was getting rid of. That's another story that I can link that video. But that's really our heart behind this, is as much as possible to use reclaimed materials, which is another level of difficulty when it comes to dealing with the county, because it's just in everything we're doing, we're just...
I know. I mean, think about it. You know, from a guy sitting behind, or a woman sitting behind a desk, and you tell them, I want to use used windows and used lumber and used this or that. And we're like, what kind of place are you trying to build here? You know, and actually, if you know what you're doing, and again, if you know the codes and you know the rules, you can make something very beautiful off of the things that are being thrown away. In our society, specifically in the United States, there is a lot of waste because time is money for most people. And our time is definitely valuable. So we are, as we move forward, we try to balance our time and our money accordingly. So sometimes, you know, a large contractor, it's not feasible for them to mess with wood and take nails out of them or whatever, and which we've been willing to do for free. They're going to throw them away. So, okay, we saved over, man, I don't even know how much it was, like way over $3,000 in lumber. This one time when my stepdad brought us basically a big old trailer full of boards. And it was, and we built the chicken coop, we built the barn extension. I mean, like, there's a lot of things that we did with the wood and still coming across pieces.
And we'd love to do more of that. One thing that has kind of complicated this also is that because of COVID and all of the changes that have happened, the county office doesn't want you coming in and talking with them anymore. They just want to communicate through, like,
email.
Yeah, send us your checklist and all your documents. But for us, this is a very, like, human story. Yes. I mean, it's really, like, I want to be able to sit down with them and share our heart and who we are.
I mean, on that's just from a functional standpoint, that. But then also, it's like, hey, these are people in our community.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, maybe they need, I don't know, maybe we'll be good friends. Who knows?
Right.
You know.
What if we, like, sent them a video and emailed it to them? I don't know. Just be like, hey, we wish we could come meet you.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
That's
but,
interesting.
So let me talk to you
briefly
about the house.
We gotta watch it, because if we badmouth them.
Right. No, they're just people trying to figure it out like us.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, so part of the reason I hesitated sharing all of this with you now, because as you can see, we're very unsure about what to do.
We're in flux.
So like he said, you know, we had thought about getting the steel, what are they called, I-beam pavilion to set up for step one, and then that would give you a chance you'd be under roof, and then from that point you could put in walls, you could put in the concrete, pour the concrete floor, all of those things.
And one of the reasons, again, that I would take a move or take a step in that direction would be that we could have a roof up and some walls and think through some of the other details, because they would require us to have a sealed envelope from a couple contractors before we're even to the point to where we can move or grade our ground.
Right.
You know,
to put concrete.
Yes, and
that's
tough.
And so what we envision with the house, and I will see if I can, I will overlay the house plans that I have drawn up using Floor Planner. It's a free website, and I'm not, like, super good at it, but we've thought about this for so long that I kind of know what I want. Okay, let's look at the plan on the computer, and hopefully you guys can see this okay. So this is about 43 feet this way and about 70 feet this way. So it's a huge rectangle. When you come in the front door, there is a bathroom right here that we're wanting to make larger so it's wheelchair accessible. And then to the left, to the left is a guest bedroom with a bathroom here as well. Someday, Jason and I imagine when we don't want to walk upstairs anymore because we're so old that we'll maybe that would be our bedroom right there on the first floor. Then this whole area is a huge living room. We were laughing because our current house could fit inside of there, right, Jason? We have a wood stove, so we were thinking about putting that on a platform to help with some heat. We may do an outdoor wood stove that pipes through the whole house. These are all things that we're considering. This is the dining room. Like we said, a big table. This could seat probably 20, so we would just want it to be a really huge table, and this would be an opening so you could access this through there as well. I really want a wraparound porch. So these are French doors. All of the windows that you see here are windows that we have. We went out and measured the old windows that we had gotten and put them all in these spaces. So that's what you see there. The kitchen comes into this big long space. There's a big island counter in the center with the cooktop and then 2 ovens below it. So we wanted two cooktops and 2 ovens below, and then you could sit along this side of the island. This is going to the upstairs, and on the other side of those stairs is a computer station, I'm calling it. It's just a row of like counter with cabinets above it that we can put all the computers for school or whatever the kids do. I like it to be out in the center area. Then here on the other side of the island counter, this is just a row of countertops with a refrigerator, sink, and dishwasher, and it's all behind is all windows, so you just be able to look at our beautiful woods behind the house. We actually have all of this countertop already with some marble that Jason had gotten, free marble countertops off of Craigslist. That's another thing that we have, and it's just a perfect amount to fit over that. So I think the island would probably be made out of wood, and this will be those pieces of marble. Then over here in the corner, this is a little breakfast nook, like a booth, is what I'm envisioning there with a window. I probably need to pick up one more window. I didn't have any windows left to put one here, but I think it'd be nice to have one there as well. And then these are 2 doors that both go out to that porch. I wanted doors on every side of the house. So this area here is a large pantry with another refrigerator and freezer. We have these currently out in our barn, so we could just put them in the pantry as well. This would go out eventually to a garage. That would be like a part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. I don't know what stage that is on the building plan, but eventually we want to have a garage here. For now, it would just go to the outside. So this is mudroom, big mudroom, and utility room with a washer and dryer here. I have one upstairs as well, but for really nasty farm clothes and things that come in, I just wanted an old washer and dryer here to be able to take that. Okay, then that is all of the first floor. So let's go upstairs to the second floor. This is the second floor. So the stairs come up this way. So when you come the reason the arrow's that way is because it says stairs going downstairs. Okay, but when you come upstairs, you will come up facing this way. I'm thinking about having like a mirror or something hanging here, you know, a piece of art or something, because you'll come up here. This bathroom, which is the master bathroom, will also serve as like an emergency. We need another bathroom, we're having a party or something, because people can come straight up the stairs and into that bathroom. If they go around to this area, this is just a big open space that we will use probably for playroom space. And these windows, these 2 windows that we have, the really big ones, are actually fixed windows. They're huge fixed picture windows. And all of these look over the backyard, so it'll be really pretty. Then we have, if you keep on going, this is a storage closet for, you know, out of season clothes, holiday things. And then back here is an office for Jason. If you come up, then, like I said, master bathroom, master bedroom, so it's not huge, but it's plenty big for us. This is a king-size bed I plugged in there just to make sure it would fit. A closet here. We don't care if our bedroom is really big or glamorous, so we just made it, you know, a good size. And right next to us is a nursery. One thing that was important to us when designing this house was to make sure that we had enough bathrooms and bedrooms for fostering or adopting in our state. That's really one of the main reasons we have 5 bathrooms in this house because you have to have a certain number of bathrooms per people or you're just kind of disqualified. So we didn't want that to happen. It's just a lot easier to put those things in up front than to try to add one later. So when you keep walking around here, this is a laundry room. So this is the front of the house. This is a laundry room. I won't have a full family closet. The kids wanted to keep their play clothes and things in their rooms. It's been nice these years having a family closet, but I'm fine with that option too. So we'll probably just use this for hanging maybe dress clothes and things in this room. Washer dryer, and then another utility room. We were advised to have a separate water heater and things for the second floor, so hopefully I have enough room in there. This is over 3 feet depth right there. We were told that you have to have at least 3 feet for electrical panels and things. So, okay, the girls' bedroom is this big space here. Here we have, in between the girls' and boys' bedroom, are 2 back-to-back bathrooms that are located above the bathroom on the first floor. So that will help with all of the plumbing, just making it easier for building the house. Then the boys' bedroom, I put a bunch of little twin beds in here to make sure that it was plenty of room. The boys want to do these, I can't remember, they're loft beds maybe? It's like a bunk bed on top, and then underneath is a space for a desk and shelves and a lamp, and that would be kind of like their own personal space. So we have one of those for every boy, and there's room, you could even squeeze in 2 more if you needed to. Then coming back out in the playroom again, yeah, I think actually that's it. That's the whole upstairs. Like we said, we want the house to be very simple. We don't want something that's complicated to build. We want it to be large but simple. So that's our plan. So as you can see, we have a lot swirling in our minds, a lot of options and ideas, but we're just not quite sure exactly how to move forward.
Right.
Please pray for us.
Yes. I mean, there's even an the sealed insulated. So this is it SIPS, I think.
SIPS.
Yes. So sealed insulated
panel something
system, I think.
Yeah, a friend told us about
right.
that.
So they come pre-assembled, and essentially it's like Legos where you just click them together, fasten them together, and you have a house. The installation, building your house is extremely fast. The problem with that again is that if we're coming across some used materials, we're not going to here's our used stuff, please put it in.
Have to take that as it is.
Yeah.
Something that we had talked about and really been praying about is that maybe the Lord would even be able to use this YouTube channel, this platform that we have here, as a chance to partner with a company who wants to get their name out, and maybe they would somehow
discount a building or something like that.
in some way.
One of the companies that I was talking with also, they said sometimes they have some people that put money down on a property, but are on a plan in a building, but then can't take delivery of it, and then so those are clearanced out. Mm-hmm. And then they also have display units where essentially we enter into a program where we would get a discount up front, and then discount when the sales rep would come out and show the outside of our house. Mm-hmm. Which
we're fine with.
I said we could do that and then some.
Right.
We're kind of a wide open. I mean, we show our inside of our house anyway. What's to YouTube? Why wouldn't we show somebody that was in person?
Y'all come.
Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. We did want to open up this conversation with you, partly because you guys have a lot of great ideas. Mm-hmm. And you know our story. Right. I mean, we're just trying to do this as, we want a beautiful, old, warm, welcoming feeling farmhouse. Yeah. We don't need it to be all brand new and shiny.
No, don't want it. I don't want to stress about it.
No. And we want to do it as frugally as possible and be as wise with our money as possible, and
for good reasons too. Some people have nice houses and that's great, but for us, we just want to spend our resources and our energy on other things. And I don't mean it so I can have a fast car or many cars, but really, what are we supposed to be putting our attention and time to and our treasures? And it's like a reminder for us to keep us accountable to our beliefs when we do this sort of thing. And then also maybe even a good example to our children. Who knows? Who knows how God will use it?
We will keep you posted. Next time we will chat in a space that's not like mosquito swamp.
Please pray for us. Not just the mosquitoes, but for the building.
Yes. We'll keep you posted. Bye-bye.
Bye.